I can't take it anymore. My mind's about to go to war. I need someone to save me from myself, to hear me cry when I call out for help. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they'll ever be put to bed. Feels like I am close to reaching my wit's end, holding out but I'm about to blow it up like a volcano. Another day to lose control. There's a fire in my bones. My sight gets blurry.
Good morning. Good morning. I am awake, under-caffeinated, and definitely underqualified to be reading these news. But come along and see how miserable the world is with me. All right, let's get to it. Hold on. Let's get to it. There you go. That's better. Try and fix my thing. Yep. Everything looks good. Looking good. Looking good. So let me try and do. Yep. There you go. All right. What's the first news? Bus crash in Afghanistan kills more than 70 Afghans returning from Iran. Unfortunate. Family in fear after Tommy Robinson shared video of black man with white granddaughters. What? Hold on, let me read the comments. No comments in this. What is a comment in this? Remember when Tommy and his goons showed up late at night at a journalist's house to harass and intimidate him and his family? Tommy's a thug. It's that simple. Stephen Yaxley Lennon. No, Lennon. Oh, wow. I just read up about this guy as I'm in the States and not familiar with him, but what an absolute shit stain blight upon humanity he is. Similar thug behavior, no doubt. Taking a guess this wasn't in America, or his ass would have been shot and it would be justified. In February 2020, Robinson traveled to Russia, visiting Moscow and St. Petersburg for a series of talks, meetings, and media appearances. Russian state media gave Robinson positive coverage, depicting him as a victim of censorship and oppression by the European Union. Mr. Ultimate Patriot who just wants to protect Britain from the criminals because he loves Britain so much and doesn't want any criminals in Britain. He's almost always in some foreign country or another, hiding from the consequences of the various crimes he likes to commit. And he still hasn't taken it down. According to this article, this poor family have suffered because of this and the entirety of his base that have a double-digit IQ combined. Kids threaten to slash him up in the street. So the video isn't true. It's his grandkids and wife. He was suspended from his job temporarily, and now he can't leave the house from fear of, at best, harassment. How has he not been arrested for this? Surely it crosses into being a direct cause of potential harm to his family. So he has. So what is the story? He has a family said their lives have been ruined after a video of a black man and his brother playing in the park with his white granddaughters. Oh, I remember seeing this video. They were saying, "What the hell?" People commenting, "What the hell is going on here?" Because it was just two black men with like a couple of white kids, white girls at that, and I think they were alleging it's, grooming kind of stuff. Although Juwan Ayeni, a musician from Redcar, North Yorkshire, has been racially abused and falsely labeled as a pedophile in the week since the family video was stolen from the TikTok account of his wife Natalie, whom he married 5 years ago and shared by extremists online. On Tuesday, the couple's local MP Anna Turley was forced to write a letter providing a reference of good character for Ayeni when he was suspended by his management after the online disinformation. It got escalated to that level. Why didn't the company or the workplace just look into it? I'm devastated to receive the email from my management. Ayeni said, "Music is my life. My social media will be damaged. My career will be tarnished, but I'm determined to show the truth and hopefully clear it up." He and Natalie say they have been living in fear since being threatened in the street after Robinson shared the video with his 1.4 million followers. The far-right activist wrote on his what WTF is going on here? Where are the parents? See, I remember reading that. And his wife have been scared. Told you, I'm underqualified to read news. I've been scared to leave the house because of threats. We haven't gone outside at home. We just can't. Natalie said just after it started to go viral, someone in the local pub recognized Oliver Juwan immediately. We couldn't believe how quick it had spread. We were walking home from shops, the street from our house, and two lads passed us, spun around and said, I hope you're not them off that video or we're coming back to slash you up. Oh my god. Someone was shouting PDF file outside the house the other night, so I rang the police again, but they said there's little they can do. It feels a matter of time before something bad happens. We tried to go out yesterday and had to come home. Oh god, bro, it's such a nasty crime to be put on you, because that stain stays on you forever. I mean, it's clearing up now, but social media is so dangerous if you don't use it properly. Ranger fired for hanging transgender flag in Yosemite, and park visitors may face prosecution. Park visitors? How they? Okay, we read this yesterday. A Yosemite National Park ranger was fired after hanging a pride flag, from a trans pride flag from El Capitan, while some park visitors could face prosecution under protest restriction that had tightened under President Donald Trump. Shannon S.J. Jocelyn, a ranger biologist who studies bats, said they hung a 66-foot wide transgender pride flag on the famous climbing wall that looms over the California park's main thoroughfare for about 2 hours on May 20th before taking it down voluntarily. A termination letter they received last week accused Jocelyn of failing to demonstrate acceptable conduct in their capacity as a biologist inside of the May incident. This happened in May, and they're taking action now. I was really hurting because there were a lot of policies coming from the current administration that targets trans people, and I'm non-binary. Oh, she's trans herself, or non-binary. Is that the same? I don't think it's the same thing. Johnson 35 told the Associated Press, adding that hanging the flag was their way of saying we're all safe in national parks. I guess not. Microsoft workers occupy headquarters in protest against companies' ties to Israeli military. Let me read the comments. Wouldn't have to deal with it if there was remote work. In 19 years, they'll be like, and the reason they switched us over remote work was so we had less leverage. More layoffs incoming. Get laid off because of AI or for making a stand. Yeah, everyone in MS kind of knows there will be more waves of layoffs. Management thinks the V can handle all the work and they only need FTEs to do admin work in some units. I think they're talking about AI. The protest at MS headquarters is about Gaza, Israel, but you're right, inside the company, people are also bracing for more layoffs. MS leadership strategy has been to lean heavier on vendors or contractors and keep fewer FTEs. Oh, this is full-time employees. Okay, this is accurate and widespread. No Azure for genocide. I thought these employees. Google employees did this and were all fired. I remember that. Tech workers need unions. It's about ethics, not wages. They're protesting for some reason, subjects that this site hates. Fair. Deleted. Local pastor among 8 arrested in Las Vegas area child predator sting. Nevada Globe. All right. One of eight individuals arrested in a recent undercover operation targeting suspected child sex predators in the Las Vegas Valley has been identified as a local pastor, according to church officials. Neil Harrison Creasy, 46, pastor at Redemption Church, was arrested as part of a multi-agency sting conducted by the Nevada Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force and local law enforcement. He is charged with 1 felony count of using a computer to lure or attempt to lure a child or a mentally ill person for a sexual act. Creasy posted $10,000 bail and was released pending further proceedings. The church where Creasy conducted services, Good Samaritan Lutheran Church and Christian Academy, clarified in a letter to its congregation that Redemption Church is a separate ministry and not part of its leadership or programs. The letter affirmed their commitment to child safety and stated that they were unaware of any misconduct involving crazy prior to the arrest. The arrest followed a 2-week undercover operation resulting in 8 total arrests. All suspects face similar charges related to luring a minor online, and investigators advise parents to discuss online safety with children and monitor their social media activity. It could be like neglect. I'm thinking, I don't know, but I feel like it possibly neglected kids are more susceptible to this. Because when I was online, I grew up online too. I would just, I'm like, when people said something, I'm like, no, I'm not coming to meet you. Like it was very pretty obvious. Surprisingly, absolutely no one who has paid attention for the last 20 plus years, 50 years, 2,000 years is always the ones you suspect the most. Thank you for your attention to this matter. If religion was anything besides a sacred cow of made up shit people are desperate to believe in for a purpose or to avoid processing their own mortality, it would be globally banned as a child sex trafficking cartel. It could happen. I don't like, again, I don't think it's more religion. I believe in God too, but I think like I've talked about this so many times. I think it's more the environment. Because usually when people have influence and power and money, they're questioned, they're not liked, and people don't really trust them. But in religious circles, religious authorities always have, there's a trust from people in the community, right? That trust them, even though they have authority and influence over these people. And I think it's also a cycle. I think, it's kind of like, I don't want to simplify it as hurt people, but I think it happens, and then they're in the community, and then they become someone in the community, and then it just keeps increasing. The people who were hurt as a kid kind of, become the predators. Okay, don't let them distract you. They let a child predator walk away where he'll get off with a slap on the wrist, and he isn't the first Israeli to do so. The FBI was involved in the sting. They called this guy red-handed, just like the pastor. They let the Israeli official. That is crazy because he was going to Harvard. If girl, I thought it was a boy, and they let him flee back to Israel. I hope justice finds him, but my hopes are low. Well, see, this, how come no one posted that? They posted the pastor, but they didn't post. I'm not gonna comment on it. Don't want to end up in the gulags. Yeah, every night they get to tune into Waters on Fox News and rewrite any bingo square. When they bingo, they get to be racist in public with no consequences. I think they play it differently. So not drag queen. We're never getting MAGA bingo. I think they play it differently. Jesus effing Christ. I never look into the details, but I got halfway through that first article and had to close it. How the F? How the F? Every single one of those stories, this is the first thing I think of. Don't worry, Republicans will have him run for office at some point. Is this the same case where they got an Israeli official that, well, yes, Israeli supposed PDF file didn't have a diplomatic immunity either. Then why did they let? I don't get this. Why did? I'm not talking, bro. I do not want feds to show up in my house. Return trips from U.S. drop again in July as Canadians continue to shun U.S. Ottawa Statistics Canada says the number of Canadian residents return trips from the U.S. by automobile in July dropped 36.9% compared with a year ago. The 7th consecutive month of year-over-year declines. The agency says the number of return trips by Canadian residents from the U.S. by car totaled 1.7 million in July. The decline came as U.S. resident trips to Canada by automobile totaled 1.8 million in July, down 7.4% from the same month in 2024. Meanwhile, Canadian residents return trips from abroad by air stood at 1.4 million in July, down 5.3% from the same month a year earlier, as the number of return trips by air in the US totaled 383,700, down 25.8% from a year ago. The number of Canadian resident return trips from overseas countries rose 5.9% to 1 million. Wow. Okay. I guess they just don't want to visit anymore. Wait, let me read the comments. There should be some funny comments. No comments. Still too many people going there. That orange okay, wow. God, I don't know why I chose to read news. I read somewhere that it might be these are trips that have been planned in advance, sort of 6 to 12 months out. We're sort of reaching the point where they might be drying up, but be interested to see the stats early next year. Oh, so these were like, okay, presumably, yes. I expect winter season to show an even larger decrease among Canadians and with the Europeans as of next year. Flight prices from Europe are starting to tank in the last few weeks. I haven't seen numbers like that in several years. 300 euros and change round trip to the East Coast on network carriers, 550 euros in premium eco, etc. The Trump is only in office for barely 8 months, even if it feels like eternity. Sadly, it's just less than a year. And like you said, multiple people have planned these trips months, if not sometimes a year or more in advance, and can't cancel. Yeah, we went in July for 3 weeks. Family holiday from the UK booked in October last year. No way we were canceling. Had a great time visiting upstate New York, Scranton. Scranton was on your Scranton was on your vacation schedule, really? Your itinerary included Scranton, Pennsylvania. Is there another Scranton? Is Scranton that good? I know that's where Biden is from, right? Yes, Scranton, Pennsylvania can be a good vacation spot, especially for fans of the TV show The Office. But Office was originally from the UK. So why don't you visit like okay, wait. It offers a unique blend of history, culture, and entertainment, including the office-related attractions, historical sites, and outdoor activities. Bro, I don't think it seems like a small town, bro. Wait, let me see. It's small. It might be a city. Wait, maybe the best-known small city, bro. Lots have family there, and not all trips can be canceled. That is true as well. Video captures Rhode Island prosecutor warning officers will regret this as she's arrested at a restaurant. Let's see what happened. A Rhode Island prosecutor told police, "You're going to regret this," during a confrontation that ended in her arrest, which is caught on an officer's body camera. Official says Tuesday. Special Assistant Attorney General Devon Hogan Flanagan and bro, if that is not a freaking Irish name, Devon Hogan Flanagan, and a friend had been asked to leave Clark Cook House in Newport when officers arrived. Over the Newport. Newport is pretty nice. I haven't been to Newport in a while. "I want you to turn your body cam off." Hogan Flanagan immediately tells the officers, "Protocol is that you turn it off. It's a citizen request that you turn it off." Is that really a protocol that a citizen can request for them to turn it off? Can they ask to turn it on? At numerous points of the video, police tell Hogan Flanagan and her friend Veronica Hannon that the confrontation would be over if they just left the Bannister's Wharf restaurant. Oh, what did they do? Let's go. I don't want to arrest you guys for alleged trespassing. An officer behind the camera says, "You're not going to arrest us," Hogan Flanagan said. Response, "So let's leave. We gotta go. The officer replies. What? In the clear, okay, it wasn't clear in the video what sparked the women's conflict with the restaurant or why they insisted on staying. An officer can be heard on camera asking a restaurant employee, "Do you just want them out? Do you want them trespass?" "Anything we can do. Trespass, yes." She could have just left and like avoided any drama. Full body cam video. "You're not Mirandizing me." No, she really is a shitty lawyer. Is Mirandizing that word? I don't know. If only she told the cops that she was an AG a few more times, I think they probably would have released her. If she had said, "I'm an AG and I'm sorry, we have had a lot of drink tonight, sorry for the trouble, we are leaving," she would have gone on her way without issues. Or just leave. If you just leave, if cops show up and like, "Okay, this shit's about to hit the fan," like, "Listen, I'm sorry, I'm out of here," whatever. Even if it's not your mistake, just leave. The position that you're in, you have to conduct yourself in a certain way, and then you can, if you think you're they're in the wrong, you can like take legal help. I mean, that she's an AG, she would know this, but just to avoid like, drama, because this is gonna affect the I guess the city's administration too, right? Skip the AG part. Any semi-polite person admitting a mistake and fixing the problem by leaving will be let off more times than not true. She could have just walked away. There are some bad cops, everyone knows, but like for the most part, my dealing with cops for the most part, like 99% of the time, it's been pleasant. If you're just polite. There are some people who you just know they have something against you. There are some cops like that. That's for the most part, it's okay. Cops almost never actually arrest someone for trespassing unless they refuse to leave or try to go back. Even if things have gone bad enough that they get called, they don't want the nonsense. True. I remember it's paperwork. A lot of times they're like, "I don't want to do the paperwork, just leave." And I don't want. And also with the body cams and like I think maybe not so much now, but like a year ago or something, maybe a couple of years ago, just the general public was not really happy with the police service. So they didn't want to cause issues. They didn't want another video out there. And it's like most bureaucracy, everyone involved is asking them if it is worth, yeah, if it is worth the paperwork. Is this person misbehaving badly enough? I care about doing all the paperwork. Prosecutor, the accused has got a lawyer. Do we care enough to push back and fight it out, or are we dropping this case? They probably drop this, but because she's an AG and then she behaved a certain way, they're gonna hold her to a certain standard, which is fair enough. Nebraska announces a plan for immigration detention center dubbed the Cornhusker Clink. Bro, what the hell? What in this southern... Okay, giving them humorous nicknames before they even break ground shows how out of touch with humanity they did. So Nebraska won't have any Cornhuskers if they round up all of the immigrants. Yeah, these cutesy names for concentration camps are absolutely fucking disgusting, childish, sick, and are utterly stupid. Wait, we're talking about nicknames they have for concentration camps. There's a difference. I'm guessing they're giving them cutesy names as both a distraction and a way to hide money support companies involved. If you lack a proper organization name, people can research them or do FIOA requests. Really? How does that work? So much corruption, CDR, ARs, even Blackwater, all involved in the construction and staffing of these households. It's interesting how much of an overlap there is with this is their disaster relief service. Initially entered FEMA, so we have to rely on these contractors. Okay. Interesting. ICE used Marriott chain to detain immigrants despite hotels 2019 pledged not to cooperate. That is messed up. But also, isn't that better? Isn't like a hotel better than like a detention center? Better facilities? I wonder if you can request for it. You can request for like, hey, can I get a king size bed? ICE used Marriott. Trump DOJ is investigating whether DC crime stats were manipulated. But I mean, like, the Trump Justice Department is investigating whether Washington DC's Metropolitan Police Department manipulated crime data, according to sources. The investigation, which is being run by the U.S. Attorney's Office in DC, is an escalation. The city's battle against a federal law enforcement takeover from the Trump administration. President Donald Trump appeared to confirm the probe in a social media post, writing that DC gave fake crime numbers in order to create a false illusion of safety. This is a very bad and dangerous thing to do, and they are under serious investigation for so doing. New York Times was first to report the investigation. The Justice Department declined to comment on the investigation, saying that the investigation comes. The city officials have pushed back. What have they said on the allegation? MPD, Maryland. Public Safety said that violence has dropped almost 30% from this time last year, and in January, the DOJ said that in 2024, violent crimes dropped 35% from the previous year, marking the lowest it had been in more than 3 decades. Let's go. Government revokes clearance, secret clearance for 37 current and former government officials. I'm gonna read the comment, nothing else. According to the article, most of the officials, if not all, were affiliated or with the Orbit working on Russian intelligence-related investigations. I wonder why Gabbard picked these individuals in particular. But, You're thinking of his current... I can't read any of this, guys. I cannot end up in the gulags, no. NASA's Webb telescope finds a new tiny moon around Uranus. I've made fun of this word so many times and I don't know how to say it properly. Let me do
Uranus.
It is Uranus. New York, the Webb Space Telescope has spotted a new tiny moon orbiting Uranus. The new member of the lunar gang, announced Tuesday by NASA, and appears to be just 6 miles, 10 kilometers wide. It was spotted by the telescope's near-infrared camera during observations in February. Scientists think it hid for so long, even eluding the Voyager 2 spacecraft during its flyby about 40 years ago because of its faintness and small size. Uranus has 28 known moons that are named after characters from Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. About half are smaller and orbit the planet at closer range. Okay, this newest addition, still nameless, ups the planet's total moon count to 29. Oh wow, the AP has emergency support. Bro, who are these people? Justice Department to begin giving Congress files from Jeffrey Epstein investigation lawmakers. Its explosion of cargo ships closest Baltimore shipping channel near site. Let's read this. Washington, the Justice Department has agreed to provide to Congress with documents from the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation. A key House lawmaker said Monday in announcing a move that appears to avert, at least temporarily, a potential separation of powers clash. The records are to be turned over starting Friday to the House Oversight Committee, which earlier this month issued a broad subpoena to the Justice Department about a criminal case that has long captivated public attention, recently roiled the top rungs of administration, and been a consistent magnet for conspiracy theories. God, I don't know if anything's gonna happen. Come of it. Anti-Semitic flags around found at North Texas High School spark investigation call for love, unity, and respect. What does it say? What is it? Do they have a picture of the flag? What is a flag? Hateful display of flag. Which is a flag? What is an anti-Semitic flag? I don't know. FDA warns public not to eat possibly radioactive shrimp sold at Walmart. What? Radioactive? Bro, I've eaten shrimp from Walmart before. Great value raw frozen shrimp sold, which is due to possible contamination with cesium 135. I haven't eaten it anytime soon. So anytime recently. Anytime recently. I hope 2027. Okay, listen. I don't think I've eaten those. Maybe if you eat it, you get superpowers. Then it'll be cool. UK backs out in Apple privacy row. Okay, years after abuse report, ex-coach of renowned U.S. gymnastics academy is arrested by FBI. Georgia judge flubs verdict reading, tells defendant he's guilty. Alton Oliver, who was acquitted, was on trial over the 2020 photo. He testified that he shot the deputy in self-defense. Iowa City, the U.S. gymnastics world. This is a guy. He doesn't look anything like Des Moines, Iowa. He doesn't look anything like gymnastics. Leo, the honor of child gymnastics and dance student Des Moines thought highly of his John Gardner to put him in charge of the club's premier junior event and to coach some of his most promising close buddy. 4 years later, was gone from Child's with little notice. USA Gymnastics, the organization, rocked by the that led to creation from all contact with gymnasts. The reason for Gardner's removal wasn't publicly disclosed, but court records obtained exclusively by the AP show. The coach was accused of sexually abusing at least 3 young gymnasts. Everywhere, it's everywhere. U.S. Department revokes 6,000 student visas. Let's see. Is there other comments? Brain drain to the U.S. has historically been a major source of 1/4. Okay, what are the? Is there anything from the article? Can we quit churches? Okay. While the State Department did not specify what they meant by this, the agency said the vast majority of the violations were assault, driving under the influence, burglary, and support for terrorism. The move comes as the Trump administration continues its crackdown on immigration and international students. Of the 6,000 student visas that were revoked, the State Department said about 4,000 of those were revoked because visitors broke the law. Another 200, 300 were also revoked for terrorism done under INA 3B. The State Department said, referring to code that defines terrorist activity broadly as acts that endanger human life or violate U.S. law. Earlier this year, the Trump administration paused scheduling visa appointments for United students in June. Oh, really? In June, when this restarted appointments, they announced they would ask companies to make the social media accounts public for enhanced screening. They said they would search for any indications of hostility towards the citizens, culture, government, institutions, or founding principles of the United States. State Department officers were also instructed to screen for those who advocate for aid or support a designated foreign terrorism and other threats to national security or who perpetrate unlawful anti-Semitic harassment or violence. Oh, this is specifically targeting us. Okay, I know what. Board rejects Trump administration's appeal of Marshall Mann's release from ICE custody. What is going on? There's no way Trump would now try to replace these BIA panel members with his preferred choices who will do exactly what he wants every time. And certainly the administration would never try to interfere or unfairly deny this guy's green card application. Fair. Air Canada strike ends after. Okay. Sweden. Okay, we read all this. I read all this. What is this? What's this? Car theft ring stole over $1 million worth of mostly Camaros and Corvettes in 2 months, cops say. Oh, I remember reading this. So this group in Texas, let me get this right, okay? This group in Texas, this car theft ring in Texas. What is that? This car theft ring in Texas steals over $1 million worth of Camaros and Corvettes in 2 months, like it's a dealership clearance sale, except illegal, and then flaunts it online. They can't help themselves but like post videos. They probably rented it to some rappers to create some rap videos. That's probably what they did. Okay, basically incriminating themselves. And they and I'm just thinking, like, you don't need cops to solve this. You just need a Wi-Fi to do this. They went from like driving these ultra luxury, I don't know if it's ultra luxury, but like these cars to picking up bars, soap bars and prison bars. Ah, soap bars and prison bars. Okay. I don't know if they've been indicted yet, but yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's go. What do you got? All right. Same. Oh, no wonder it's hot. I don't have my AC on. Oh, same old strategy. Let's see if this shit works. What? Okay. All right. Interesting. Oh, wait. There's no A there. What is a word that doesn't have a vowel next to it? What is this word? There's no other vowel. There's no A, E, I, or there's A, and there's no A right after L, and there's no E, I, O, U. Oh, excuse me. Oh. There's no E, I, O, U, bro. So what could this be? L, Q, L, W, L, T, L, Y. Oh, that's what it is. There's a M and there's a A. Bro, so what's coming after LF, LG, LH, LJ, LK, LZ, LX, LC, LV, LB, LN? How can it be? Bro, if this is some weird... No. Lamas class? So A is not here, A is not here, A is not here. There's two A's. So it's AA. Is AMA? Oh, llama. Llamas. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. How long did it take me? That was pretty good. How many tries? No. Okay, I messed it up. Never mind. Let's do this. Let me play this. Something worn by an infant or marathon run. Marathon runner's shoes. Wait, infants don't want shoes. 3-letter word, something that's worn by an infant or a marathon. Oh, like a bib. Yeah. Diversion on a long flight. Diversion on a long flight is diversion? Phobos or Deimos from Mars. The hell is that? For like moon or like different kinds of moons? Join highway traffic. Merge. I know that shit. That was easy. Coloring for a camp shirt. I don't know, bro. Coloring for like tie-dye. Loudly voice one's disapproval. What is this one? What is one? Booed. Okay. Material in walrus tusks. I don't know. Ivory. Yeah, ivory. Experience 4 seasons in 1 day. Binge? Like show. Yeah. Delicious. Hmm. This is the NSC, right? West, northwest, east, southeast. What is this? How's this filled? But oh, what is a no. This is E. That was easy. I'm getting good at this, if I may say so myself. All right. This is gonna be okay. I hope today's a good day and I don't get frustrated. I have to get all 3 questions right. I have to get 15,000 points. Let's go. How long have I been streaming? 35 minutes. This is pretty good. 35 minutes. South Africa family has 3 cities considered the capital. Which one is not considered a capital? These 3. This is not considered a capital. Whatever this is. What? What was this? No, I didn't click Johannesburg. Johannesburg is not considered a capital? This man is important. When did he become president of Greece? I think it's 1994. Yeah, somewhere in 90. What famous island was Mandela president of Greece? Not Madagascar. It was Robben Island. Yeah. Man, could have gotten this and ended it. Sometimes I get it right in the first try and I just keep going. Then I frustrate myself because I can't get it again. So this is good. Let's see what's. Where is the golf course? Where is this golf course? Bro, I don't know. What? Where is this golf course? I don't. America here. No way. No way. What color does the winner's jacket of the Masters have? White, right? Oh, green. Why? What does the PGA stand for? Professional Golfers Association of America? Oh, it's specific America. Did not know that. Did not know that. Okay. All right. Art. This is my weakest category. I hate. Where are you? I don't know, bro. Where am I? I caught that ticket, but is this Germany? Is the art to okay, I'm just going to Paris. They speak French in other countries too. That's a fucking problem. Pretty good. Where is this Harrods? What is the name of this place? Meds. What type of material is Shingeru band known for using in these buildings? Rubber or paper. It's gonna be paper. Yeah. Where is the cardboard cathedral where Shingeru band located? I want to say it's New Zealand, definitely. No, it's Australia. Christchurch, New Zealand. Yep. I figured. Oh, please let me get 3 right and get out of here. Oh, God. The assassinations of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, which triggered the Third World War, which was Austria, right? It happened in Bosnia? Really? Which world leader initiated the policy of glass not into this? Gorbachev. In which year did Christopher Columbus arrive in the United States? Wasn't it in the 1500s or the 1400s? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, he was more comfortable with Alexander the Great born. Alexander the Great in Italy, right? I might be wrong. Greece? Oh, his father, right? Augustus. Macedon, yeah. Who was Alexander the Great's teacher and mentor who taught him about philosophy? Wasn't it Plato? Aristotle? Okay, some kind of science that I know, not some botanical shit. Amphibian salamander found. It's usually this place, bro. I want to do Argentina. China. What is the process by which an amphibian changes from a larva stage? Metamorphosis. Which of the following is not a type of amphibian? Toad, frog. Toad. I think toad is not amphibian, right? Took a little too long. Come on. Let me get this. Let me go home. Let me go. The esports organization 100 Thieves, founded by former Call of Duty player, is based on which you? Texas. I want to do Texas. San Francisco, California. I don't know. The international, the annual esports championship tournament showcasing which game? I think it's, yeah. Which game developed by Psyonix is known as the unique balance of vehicular gameplay. What? Never heard of it. It is wrong. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. What is this? What is this? Which landmark are you at? This is a Greek thing, right? The Pantheon or whatever. Close. Acropolis, yeah, Acropolis. Is Acropolis UNESCO? Yes, I want to say yes. Got it. What does the word Acropolis mean? It means like high city. Yeah, because polis means city. I was pretty good at it. Still need to get 3 right. Books. Is it books? What is this? Which country the Wright brothers from? United States. So what's next? What's the method? Heimlich maneuver. Okay, one more. What is this popular fauna type fish called, notable for its use? Isn't it Calibri? Helvetica. Ah! I could have gotten that, bro. It's sports, man. What city is this team? Tennessee. What are Tennessee's? One for the New England Patriots. What's next? One for team is logo. Cardinal Horses. No, the Broncos. Miami Horses is not even a team. What am I doing? Okay, some kind of signs I like, please. Theodore Van Horn established the Carmel and the boundary between which region what country was he born? Theodore Karma was Germany. Fuck it. Hungary. It's primary fun. What is the primary gas found in nitrogen? What is the Earth's atmosphere? A little radiation that sounds, a little rocks, a little steam, a little gases that sounds Earth. Okay, then I could have gotten one more right. Art, of course. Everything I freaking hate. Donatello created St. Georgian. Where is that? Or I mean, it's in Milan or some shit. Donatello. I'm gonna do. Is it Florence, old city? I'm gonna do wherever Florence is. Where's Florence? Milan is up north. Florence is more south, I thought. Rome, Foggia. Yeah. I'm just going to Rome. Forget. Florence, Donatello is known for what? Sculpture. What's next? Donatello lent his name to a cartoon Richard. Ninja. I could have gotten this. I could have This freaking mask to everything is annoying to me now. Stephen King's book Salem Law was said where Maine. It's always said in Maine. They all said in Maine. Everything's said in Maine. Which is not novel, but trees. The Exorcist is The Shining is. I think Cujo is not. What? Oh, The Exorcist is not. Stephen King's no Cujo is based on what breed of Golden Retriever. No, Saint Bernard. Yeah. Could have got that too. Oh my god, so which country is one of the only countries with a square flag? Isn't it? Tunisia is not, Sudan is not. Is it Denmark? Where is Tunisia? What is Tunisian? Switzerland. It's called Japanese. This is the map. Black Marsh of Ivory Coast and Ireland. I could have got. Oh, the California one. I think it's San Bernardino, right? The Michael Jackson one? No. Where's San Bernardino? No. Somewhere up north. It's Oregon now. Oh, is it Reno? I'm gonna just do San Jose. Fuck it. Where is it? San Francisco prison. Oh, this is the Alcatraz. Yeah, what criminal is known for doing time in Alcatraz? Isn't it the Charles Bronson? Oh, Al Capone then. Yep. Which of these following instances were attributed to Pablo Escobar? So that if that is a crime, you must do the time. I'm not gonna silver lead. Oh. Silver lead. Pretty badass though. Which country is the character Pi from? India? Right? From. Okay, give me the next one. Who wrote the cards? Oh my god. Orhan? Well, who wrote it? Lee. I know that. I could have won. Oh god, I want to go home. Let me get 3 right and 15,000 points, please. Which of these countries experienced a significant financial crisis around 2009? A lot of them did. Croatia, Greece. Greece was really bad, I remember. What's the name of the financial crisis? Black Monday, right? The crash? Yeah, one more. When was the euro implemented? It's one of these. Of course it's one of these. Those are the options. I'm so stupid. You left actually awarded to the best goalkeeper, but which country was he from? I want to say Argentina or something. South American country. Russia! Yes, has not won the golden boot. Ronaldo hasn't won. Cristiano hasn't won golden boot? 122. Bro, fuck off with these soccer questions. Give me something else. Sports again, I just did badly in that. In which country was the Olympic Games held in 2016? 2016? I don't know, it wasn't the UK. Brazil. Well, they has the most Olympic gold medals, USA. Obviously, because no one else really played. Which athlete has won the most medals in the Olympic Games? Jesse Owens? No, Michael Phelps. Yeah, I'm getting tired. In sports again. Isn't he from Ohio? Which city? Isn't he from freaking Columbus, Ohio somewhere? Or Dayton? Where's he from? He's from New York. Position. Small. Wait, no, he's not small for. Which one is from Space Jam? He was not in Space Jam? I thought he was in Space Jam. I know Michael Jordan wasn't, but I thought he played in Space Jam too. At the end, when they bring everyone out. No, sugar is not in the original story. Why he's a problem in place instead with Space Jam concept due to his involvement in other. Oh, the Greek philosopher Plato was born and died in which Greek city? It says, I don't know anything else. Who was the philosopher who founded the academy in Thrace? The school that taught, including Plato, Aristotle, Socrates. Believed in the existence of atoms and wrote. Yes. Epicurus. Yep. Yeah. Always go for your first gut feeling. Sports again. What stadium are you at? MacArthur, San Leonardo. This is the. I'm gonna do whatever stadium is in fucking San Francisco. I'm gonna do that. What is that stadium's name? I forgot the name of the stadium. Sacramento. What's another name for this? Yeah, man. I don't even know what Moneyball is. Oakland is used strategy in terms of which the team boys didn't play which is New York Yankees. No, right. Oh god, I might have to give up. Might just have to give up this time. Fuck. I'm gonna say Germany, bro, because I'm just tired. Or maybe it could be Austria too. Okay, which of these instruments did Bach not play professionally? Guitar. Which of these work wasn't written by Bach? Error. Oh god. Where did the Southern Archduke speaking? I just did that. This is where it is. Sarajevo. Okay. Where did Czechoslovakia dissolve? Oh, it was in the 90s. 93? Yeah. Who was the US president just commonly referred to? Tito? I got 15,000 points. I got all 3 questions right. I'm out because I have a life. Peace, guys. Peace. Peace.